Brown. I mean, man,
That's funny, bro.
I know.
That's
Well,
Two
hilarious.
and 0, man.
Bro.
2-0, man. I'm loving it, man. But we need to look a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
let's talk about it then. Hit the intro. Let's go.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Victory Monday. Put your wings out. We want 2-0 up in this. Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 110. Welcome to week 3 edition of the Birds of Broad Street. I'm your boy, Mizzy Miss Cool Cat, YouTube representing my birds. With my guys, King DB in the building. What up, King?
What's going on, everybody, man? You know, everybody all hyped that we 2-0, man, but we got some work to do. We're gonna get into that, but you know, I'm happy that we didn't play our best game, and you know, our best 2 games. But you know, we're 2-0 to say the least. So it is what it is. So you know, fly Eagles fly, man. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we got Smitty Eagle in the building. What up, Smitty?
See, DV, you gotta be optimistic. You gotta look at it from a 2020 perspective. If you haven't seen your best game, you haven't even seen close to your best game, you gotta be excited about being 2-0. Because when you start seeing the best football, you gotta expect you're gonna win those games too. That's why I'm excited, man. I know it's a lot of improvement to come.
And we got from the crib, OTR1 Trigger Trey Rock in the building. What up, Trigger?
Yo. Look, bro. I've been seeing a lot of panicking for a 2-0 football team, bro.
I seen it too, Trigger.
This is like madness to me. But we're going to get into it. It's like, bro, every game take on its own, personality, everything like that. This week we had to beat them with the run game. I love that. I love it. So, like I said, we're going to get into it. I ain't going to get too much into it right now. But,
yep.
I just see too much panic around in the Philadelphia Eagles family right now. And it's like,
we're going to talk about that.
Bothering me.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that first. Then we'll talk about the punter and all the other stuff. But let's do what we do. Salute the Broad Street Nation. We got Rock the Artist in the building. We got Patricia in the building. We got Priest in the building. I messed up names. I'm sorry.
He said Patricia.
It's right there, though. It's right there.
I'm
sorry. He need glasses. He need glasses. Like me. He can't see. Just let him be all right.
Anyway, we got Aaron in the building. What's up, everybody? We got everybody in the building. Let's do what we always do, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Like, subscribe, and comment to the Cool Cat Connor channel and all of our channels. Salute the Notion. He's spending time with family and his great grandmother. Like he told me in the text, life's too short, but he will be back with the crew. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Moan will be here, y'all, because she wouldn't be doing this with me, having a photo with your boy at a tailgate if she wasn't coming. So salute the sis now. Salute the sis. So let's go ahead and start it off because everybody in the mama's panicking, like Trey said. So start us off, Trey. You're muted.
I understand. This year, last year, totally different thing. It's totally different. Shane Steichen, he had his offense flowing. I get it. But we have a rookie offensive coordinator. Okay? Have a rookie offensive coordinator. And no matter how much rapport y'all say he has with Jalen Hurts, he never called plays for this dude in the NFL. It's a whole different ball game, bro. Sometimes you gotta weather the storm to get on your feet. It's like I see a whole lot of panic. People in my DMs, everything. Oh, what you feel? How you feel about the Eagles? I'm like, bro, I feel the same way I felt in the offseason. It's the beginning of the season. And what I always told y'all, it's gonna take till week 5-ish for us to see what our team really is. Oh, AJ Brown not getting the ball, bro. They know AJ Brown gonna get the football, bro. You think they not double teaming this dude, sending extra coverage over there? Why you think Devontae getting off like how he getting off? Because AJ Brown is our biggest threat. He gonna eat this year. It's just not his time right now. It's not his time right now. It's not Dallas got a time right now, bro. Like it's too much panicking going on, and like I said, bro, it's a whole. We got a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. We got to work out all the kinks right now. And I'm glad it's happening right now before we get into the hard part of our schedule. The hard part of our schedule. We struggling, but we still beating teams. We 2-0. Y'all acting like we 0-2 right now. Y'all acting like we the Bengals or something right now. Like, bro, that's all I really got to say about it. Like, Philadelphia Eagles fans, please, just be patient. Now, we get to week 6, week 7, and it still look like this. It still look like, mediocre. Then y'all got to right to panic because we not going to the Super Bowl with that. But right now, it's early in the season. We got 17 games, 16 games. We rocking and rolling. We good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We straight.
Smitty, you're muted.
After the first game, right, I hit the panic button just a small amount, right? I had my finger on it a little bit of applied pressure, just because we didn't open up the running game like I thought we should have against the Patriots. But after watching last week, Brian Johnson, I think he found a wrinkle in this game that I hope he don't turn away from. DeAndre Swift looked good. I really appreciate a running back that can get in a game when he wasn't initially given the spot. And you know what I'm saying? Then he come in and give 175 on the ground. Like, if Kenny Gainwell is the starter on Monday, y'all gonna have to peel me off Birds of Broad Street because I'm gonna be highly upset. I haven't seen a running back do that since Shady McCoy. Miles didn't do it. I don't know if Gainwell has the ability to do it, but I don't see him doing it. So, the same opportunity was given to Gainwell in week 1. He had all the carries. He had 14 carries. He was nowhere close to 175 yards. My only problem is 2 quarterbacks in 2 weeks have Cardinals up for over 300 yards. I know that's the Fangio scheme, but last night the Fangio scheme in reality stepped Mac Jones down. He didn't have 300 plus last night, I don't think. So something has to tighten up. I don't know where's the weakness at. If it's linebacker, if it's safety, somebody kind of come and save us, because now Avonte Maddox is down, which I asked y'all in the offseason. I know y'all gonna remember. I said, do y'all think we should trade Avonte Maddox? Because he always heard it, not a nigga go for the season. We could have got a good third for him. Go ahead,
All right.
King.
Go ahead, Trey, and then we'll go to King.
All right. I get what you're saying, Smitty, but you got to look at the situation. The situation is, Bradbury was out, Maddox got hurt. We had to put in Goodrich, Josh Jobe.
Well, we won 2 though. We won 2 though, Trey.
NFL,
we got burnt. We won 2.
Yeah.
We won though. We won.
These young dudes though. Goodrich, young dude. Josh Jobe, young dude. They don't have that much experience in the NFL, and they just really got thrown into the fire. Now, say we in that scenario now, and they got another week to prepare, it'll be a little better, I promise you. But you throw a young dude in the system, they just not trying to mess up. That's all they doing. They don't even really understand. They understand the scheme, but they never really played in the scheme or like that. I mean, they never really was in the joint for the game planning and stuff like that. So it's like, now you get these dudes another week, maybe they'll be good. I understand we getting carved up in the air, but we can't blame all that on our secondary. We got to blame some of it on our
I
pass
said
rush
linebacker too, because
no, we got to blame it on our pass rush too, because these dudes,
it should be there.
these dudes have a hell of time in the pocket, and these young dudes right here, like even on that touchdown when they threw the Addison, bro, Kirk Cousins had all day back there. All he did, he stepped up, boom, threw the ball. Josh Jobe got cooked, but I blame that more on the secondary because it's like the coverage we call, it wasn't a safety over the top. It was man one-on-one. Bro, if y'all can't get there with a 5-man pass rush and we supposed to be this dominant pass rushing team, I don't put that on the corner. It's athlete versus athlete, and the other athlete won that round. But if y'all get there, y'all hit Kirk Cousins or get him off his little square, then the corner look good now. Because either he got sacked, he threw the ball in a bad position or something like that. But I put that on our pass rush more than I put that on our young cornerback.
Yeah, go ahead, King.
So, like, for everybody that's in a panic mode, like I'm not really in a panic mode. I think I just hopped on a bandwagon of basically how we looked last year, then this year, and I took into consideration that Brian Johnson never was the offensive coordinator or a coordinator period in the NFL. Of course, we took also in consideration that he knows Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts has to relearn this. He just went from Shane Steichen to Brian Johnson. It's a pace type thing, right? Also, like, I've been frustrated with Jalen Hurts as well. I held him accountable as well. Not going through all his reads. It just looked like he wasn't, getting a lot of times, and you could blame that on the trenches, because Jordan Mailata was getting beat. Just to name a name, he was getting beat, and they were coming and putting pressure on Jalen Hurts. Now he got to try to make something happen, And yes, he did force a couple of things, especially that interception that he was trying to get it to Devontae Smith. I did not like that play at all, or him scrambling. We got to talk about that. That can't happen. We had Rashad Penny in the game, but it seemed like they only put him in the game to be extra pass block. He only had one carry. We got to mix it up. Yes, it's a great thing that DeAndre Swift did have, that big running game and all, and it works for the Vikings. But for the Patriots, that they're going to shut that down. So you got to still trust your run game, but that type of game would not happen if DeAndre Swift was in that game. It wouldn't have been $175. Wouldn't have been that at all. It's not against no Bill Belichick defense. But yeah, I say that to say this: we are 2-0. We're 2-0. We didn't play our best football yet. And, I do got hope that, Brian Johnson will get it together. I do got hope that, we have an answer for the middle of the field. I feel like the middle of the field, it's our biggest question mark. Last year, it did kind of help with the pass rush. This year, not so much because we keep just rotating linebackers, honestly. And, due to the injury of Nakobe Dean. And just like Trey said, our pass rush is not getting home to get to the quarterback. We shouldn't have Kirk Cousins going off like that. Having 300 something yards, regardless if it was some in garbage time or not, shouldn't happen. This was still a close game. We only won by 6, and if we don't have an offense, we are one of those teams that thrive off our defense. And if we're not thriving off our defense, then who are we? We can sit up there and say we got these guys on offense, but we got to give this offensive coordinator some time to gel. It's frustrating to watch. I know it's frustrating to watch. But at the end of the day, we already know who we got. We got 1A, 1B. We got Dallas Goedert. We got DeAndre Swift. We got Kenneth Gainwell. We got Rashad Penny. We got the best offensive line in the league. They could get they stuff together too. So I'm just saying that with the young guys we got on defense and who we got, and we just added a piece or two to our offense, we'll be all right. But right now, we just got to focus on these Buccaneers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. So let's get on to some breaking news that we got. We do got a new punter, Smitty. What's his name again?
Brendan, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do got a new punter.
Braden, man. My bad.
Yeah. So start us off, Smitty. What's your thoughts?
I mean, he's a decent punter from what I've seen. I mean, he been all right. I mean, I don't understand why he's still out there. Maybe the other team. I think the other team got a young punter. What was he at? Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They started last year, so I think they just got a young punter. I think they spent a draft pick on the punter, so I think he's gonna be all right, man. I think he's better than Aaron Sipos, that's for sure. I need somebody that's gonna punt the ball and not put us in danger every time you see his foot go back. Hey, what was he doing when he when he did it last week when he tried to like punt it, he let it go and then caught it back? What the hell going on? Bro, Sipos is wild. This is not college, my guy. This is the NFL. You do not have that much time to drop the ball, pick it up, and kick it. But no, we're gonna be good though. I think I don't know. Michael Clay is still a little sideways. But hey, DV, hold on. You said something, right? I wanted to ask you about. You said you don't think Swift would have had 175, right?
Wonderful.
Right. But would he have had better than 14 carries for 54 yards?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he would have.
Okay, then that's all I need. All I need is
they would have also put him into the passing game too. So it wouldn't have just been the running game too. You know, you got to call different plays, and this is what Nick Sirianni was talking about in his interview today. You got to call it differently, man. You know, it worked for the Vikings. It might not work for the Buccaneers. You know, we might have to do something totally different. You know, but we got to be that team that's going to gel well to the point where, the adversity from the first quarter, if we start out sluggish, it's not going to draw into the second, third, or fourth quarter, man. We're going to get out this game with a win. We got too much time. We got too much time to sit up there and not get this right. Too much time.
And I agree with you, Jigga. Can we get a returner now? We got a punter. Can we get a returner? We get somebody to actually catch the ball and make some progression other than crash test Kobe. Because we bring him up one more time, we stuck with the fool. I don't want to be stuck with ball. I just don't. I'm sorry. He hasn't showed any progression from last year. He's still running into the tackler. He's not running away. The objective of punt returning is to get away. He ran right into.
Before my Patrick King. I'm sorry, King.
Wait. No, I'm not. I'm just going to drop something like it's pineapple juice. It ain't lemonade, bro. He going to talk to his lemonade. It's pineapple juice.
Yeah, but when it came to Brian Cubby, the fans at the league was booing the heck out of him, all them drops and stuff that he was doing. So it is what it is. So go ahead, King of the new punter.
He's obviously seen something better than Sipples in this guy, you know. And then, you know, just looking at some of his highlights, man, his leg paws do look a lot better than what we had. You know, Sippos, you know, he held his own in training camp, and they liked him going in. But then also pause again, but they did like him. But then, you know, after week 2, they like, look, we gotta let him go.
Hey, DV, you think the plan was to getting Brady man the whole time? Because I remember, didn't we try to get him last year too?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Like, so you think they held on the Sippos like we're gonna see if we can get this dude, and if we can't, we keep Sippos. If we can, yeah.
Yeah, because they wasn't even looking at, you know, certain people. They were just looking at him this year. So I think that was the key. And then they were just like, we're gonna give him one more. We're gonna give Sippos one more week, and if he don't, you know, and then, you know, the play that you said, you know, I really believe that that ice. Look, bro, like call man. Look. We gonna ask Buddy what he about to do. You know, you might want to go spend some time with your family, and that's it, bro. Like, that's what it is. You know, it's the NFL, and at the end of the day, man, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee you're gonna be on the team unless, you know, you got a crazy contract. There's no way.
Yeah. This don't affect us, but Lions DBs Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is feared to suffer the torn pec in the Sunday's game. Sources tell ESPN it might give a fall. The playmaker had been a big part of Detroit defense, now out indefinitely, potentially for the season.
I hate that
Asked
for him, man.
y'all at the beginning of the
No,
offseason, right on this show, and Cool Cat, if you want to go pull the clip, I asked, I said, do y'all think we should trade Avonte Maddox because he's never on the field? I was told I was crazy and he was going to have an outbreak season and he go down again.
Not Avonte Maddox. We're going to talk about him next. I'm talking about C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I hate that for him, man. Like, honestly, I do. I hate it for him. I mean, yeah, everybody can sit up there and talk about how he was talking on Twitter and everything like that. But, I hate that for him. He's a talent. He helped us get to where we needed to get to. Obviously, we couldn't get it done. I do hate that for him, man. It's sad. It's sad, man. You don't want to see nobody get hurt, man. I don't even want to see a Dallas Cowboy get hurt, man. At the end of the day, speedy recovery for CJ Gardner-Johnson, and hopefully, he can get back on the field sooner than later.
Yep. So go ahead, Trey, about the new punter, and if you want to talk about CJ, go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Anybody better than Sip-Boss. We should have cut him last year. And got a new kicker. I mean, I don't really got too much to say about it. It's like, long as dude can put us in good field position, I mean, keep us where we not playing against small fields and stuff like that. He better than Sip-Boss than me. So that's all I really got to say about it. I don't even want to waste too much time on that.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go ahead and talk about the breaking news that we got. First, let's address the elephant in the room. I know a lot of people want to talk about it before we get to Avonte Maddox. Jalen freaking Hurts and A.J. Brown are fine, y'all. Y'all don't need to worry about that. They're best friends. They're besties. They're ride or die and brother in arm. Jalen freaking Hurts is the godfather of A.J. Brown's daughter. Jalen freaking Hurts is the reason A.J. Brown is here in Philly to begin with. They bickered. They bickered when they was practicing last year, when they was practicing outside of Philly. So what's the difference now? So I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown is like, just continue to give him the ball. What up, sis? CC in the chat. So what's up, sis? Continue to do what you do, sis. So salute to you. And it's good to see you at the link, man. Salute to sis and my guy, the Atlanta Falcon fan. Salute to the both of y'all, man. I saw sis at the link. Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm
Hey,
Atlanta
look.
Falcon fan. I know it was.
I know. Hey, I know we
What?
moved on from Braden Mann, right?
Huh?
Hey, I know we moved on from Braden Mann, but I just wanted to look at some of his stats. This man was last year, he was second in travel with the ball off the punt last year, and he was third in putting inside the 10. He had in 2020, he had 3,000
Hold on, King.
yards.
Hold on, King. Smitty. Y'all want to? If y'all free on Monday, if y'all want to.
Record on Monday, of
I
course we
thought we
free, bro.
always do Monday night, though.
Let it happen, man. Monday night we here. We're gonna do a live play-by-play. They're gonna see everybody reaction. Hopefully y'all Wi-Fi is working. That's all I got to say.
Then it's done. I'll invite Mitch too, because we also got Kuka Mitch as well. So we'll just do a combination of both and just bring them to Birds of Broad Street. So
Okay.
it's done. We'll do a special edition of Birds of Broad Street next Monday. Yeah, so go ahead, Smitty. What you were saying?
Ain't even a special edition. We already record Monday nights. So it's like, yeah, we can stretch it a little longer though. If y'all want to watch the game together, it's cool with me.
Yeah, we can stretch it. Yeah, no. You gotta talk to Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Cool Cat be like,
What y'all mean? A special game day edition of Birds of Broad Street? What the y'all mean, please? Done.
I'm sitting there with Cool Cat. I'm like, yeah, first down, Eagles. Yep. So look,
On the road,
anything else?
we can kind of start it a little later though, like closer to the game for real. Like,
Yeah, facts. We could do it like that. It just started like 8:15, 8:25-ish, whatever the time the game come on.
Yeah, but me and Mitch will start early, and we'll just bring you guys in.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we'll talk about it. I'll let Mitch know and everything else. But go ahead, Smitty, what you were saying. So, yeah, it's done. Birds of Broad Street special edition with Mitch Kowalski. I'll let him know. I'll bring him to the show. But yeah, go ahead, Smitty. What you were saying about what?
I was just saying the last 3 years, he has the most punting yards by any punter. He was second in punt yards traveled with 46.9. In the 3 years, he has almost 3,600 punting yards. I think we're in a good spot, man. I think we found us a little gem, man. If Pittsburgh didn't waste a draft pick, he wouldn't have been out there.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead, King. Let's start with you about the Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown situation. Go ahead.
So I'm on record, man. I'll put this up on my TikTok. If you don't got friends that's going to hold you accountable, I don't know what you're doing in that type of relationship. And basically, you need to reevaluate who you call friend. Because if somebody's not telling me when I'm messing up, I don't want y'all around. That's just facts, right? Number one. Number two, it was a couple plays that he was frustrated about, and one particular is that he really did not see AJ Brown, and AJ Brown was open. And basically he was like, yo, throw me the ball. A lot of people are saying that, oh, he was just mad because he wasn't a part of the game plan. I don't think it was that. It was just simple fact that, like I said, Jalen Hurts was not looking at all his progressions. And if you've seen that progression, AJ Brown was open. Quez Watkins was open. You know what I'm saying? Like, on certain plays. So he just got to get better with it, get into a rhythm. And I think Brian Johnson needs to handle that better. And we don't have things like that going on. These type things go on in the locker room. It's just the fact that we saw it. And now everybody's trying to blow it up to be something negative, whereas though that, and then he went on and apologized. Nobody's seen that video until I posted it up on X or Twitter. Nobody's seen that video when he said all the talking was my bad. He's gonna go in and they're gonna get him some slant plays, get him going, and then get that rhythm going, and then we're gonna see a whole different offense on Monday. So I'm not too worried about it at all. A lot of people are on record saying that they wanted to trade AJ Brown, which is illiterate to me. The guy just almost had 1,500 yards last season, man. He broke the record in yards by Philadelphia Eagle ever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't sit up there and trade that away off of 1 year and then one mess up. It's just crazy. It's crazy that this is even a topic, just because he's talking to his guy like that. I just think that they have that much respect for each other. Jalen Hurts is on record saying that, we hold each other accountable. Who is he? Just because he got paid and all that, he had to be held accountable too. So at the end of the day, everybody's equal. Everybody wants the same thing. That everybody wants to win. And yes, of course, you want to be a part of that winning culture and being able to get touches and everything like that. But at the same time, I don't think it was addressed towards anybody that was doing good, i.e. Devontae Smith, and they was trying to make that a thing too. It's like, you can't do something like that, when this team is 2-0 for a reason. And regardless if we didn't play our best game or not, man, we coached well enough to win at the end of the day. So, I don't think it was a big deal. I think that it was just two friends that was frustrated with each other. I fought my brothers, I fought friends, and then we go to the courts afterwards. It is what it is. But at the same time, a lot of people's going to blow it up to what is not. So, have fun with it. It's a story. And, we'll see as the season progresses, how that story is going to be obsolete.
Smitty?
I don't think it's an issue, right? But my one problem with my team is, now that it's been pointed out as an issue, the first 5 plays is going to be a force. The first five throwing plays are dang near guaranteed to be targeted at AJ Brown to try to solidify that there's no problem, instead of just playing football. Like, we understand there's no problem. Obviously, we're in a situation where he came open. He felt like Jalen Hurts could have took an extra second and scanned the field and got him the ball. which he showed last year the same tendency, and then he went for 1,500 yards. Like, I don't understand why people blow it out of proportion, but it's nothing serious, man. It wasn't like he was cussing the man out, calling him out his name. You can literally read his lips, and he said, "I was open," and then Jalen Hurts said, "I got you."
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, right after that argument, the next time we got on the field, the first 3 plays right there was a force to AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my only problem with Sirianni as a coach. When he feels like something's a problem or he missed something, he forced it. Look at the first few plays of the Vikings game. Dallas Goedert. The man had 5 targets, 3 catches, 6 yards. Like, it was unnecessary to do that. Let him just get into the flow of the game.
Hey, bro, is that Nick Sirianni or is that BJ Paul's?
No, he did it last year.
Everything.
He did it last year.
Okay.
When AJ did, go back to the week 2 game last year. Devontae Smith didn't have no catches in the first game, right? Look at the all 22. The first 6 passing plays, Devontae Smith.
But look at who you force feeding, bro. These top 3 players.
I understand, but you ain't got to do that. If somebody's smart enough for me to see it, what do you think the defensive coordinator? Hey, the first play that you see AJ Brown out here, sit on the slant. That could be an easy interception. I don't want you to force feed him.
But look,
it's a possibility though. I would take the slant 9 out of 10 times.
We can say this though. We got average players, but Dallas Goedert is top 3 in his position. AJ Brown, Smitty, they both top 10 in their position. You got to get these dudes the ball, bro. It's like, I mean, your offense not gonna flow if none of these dudes not in rhythm. So I understand it. It's like, and it can't. It might not even be a Nick Sirianni or Brian Johnson thing. It's a Jalen Hurts and them his guys, bro. I'm gonna get you going this week. Even if the play not called for him, he looking for him.
But I wasn't just gonna show the passing option, Trey. It was a couple of times rushing last year where we fed Miles Sanders because the game before that he only had 6 carries. Sirianni likes to nip stuff in the bud. He likes to make people happy because it makes the team play better. But I'm just saying, let the game flow. It's gonna happen. If AJ Brown gonna get open, they got the connection. He gonna get open.
What if letting the game flow is that option though? You get me? Because they had bad games.
5 times in a row.
They had bad games. So I ain't gonna say the game plan not towards them. It's just like, all right, bro. They seen this on camera. Dallas Goedert was open, wing hit him. Now this could possibly be open, bro. There's a lot of scenarios, but at the end of the day, you got to get your playmakers the football. It's unacceptable for Dallas Goedert to not have a catch in the first game, like not one catch, even if it's for like 2 yards.
So you don't think it's bad that we targeted him 5 times for 3 receptions and 6 yards, and his first 2 receptions were negative?
That's fine. It's like
that's what I'm saying about forcing the ball. Like, it was no need to get negative yards.
Trying to get the dudes going. It was games Randy Moss only had like 2-3 receptions. Then the next game they force fed him, and the dude went for damn near 200 yards. So it's like, bro, like it all come with football. For real, it's like like I said, you got Dallas Goedert. I only put 2 dudes over Dallas Goedert, and that's honest. I put Kelsey and Kittle over him. I got him number 3. I don't even put Mark Andrews, none of them dudes over, because Dallas Goedert can run, he could block his ass off, and he's a dynamic passer a pass catcher in the red zone. So you gotta get some of these dudes the ball. Even AJ Brown. AJ Brown is top 5 in his position right now, bro. So you gotta get these dudes the ball. It ain't even about force feeding them, it's just getting them hot. It's just getting them hot. Like, all right, I'll give you the ball a couple times. I mean, it ain't work out this week. Dallas Goedert ain't really go off this week. But next game, he touched the football. He actually felt the football in the game. So next game, we can see Dallas Goedert go for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns.
It's almost like
go ahead.
It's almost, not to cut you off, but it's just like you playing basketball. You see one go in, and then it's like, all right, now I get the ball. I'm in connection with my quarterback. And now the quarterback, like, oh, I got this guy, and I got this guy. Now we can call plays that, we want to either try out or plays we know that's going to work against this team because we studied this play. You know, that's what it is. But first, you got to build that rapport in game with these players, man. Like Trey said, we got these top guys that we are high on. Why not try to get them in rhythm first? And then first things first, you got to get Jalen Hurts in rhythm, because if he's not in rhythm and he's not going and he's sitting up there not, the slant to AJ, the in and out, or the short pass to Dallas Goedert for him to sit up there, or the end route to Devontae. If he's not getting those, then those deep passes is just deep passes. They already know that that's what they're going to try to go for. If the run game is not working, it becomes predictable. So you got Brian Johnson has to put him in position to get into a flow and to a rhythm, to the point where now he can spread the ball out. Now our offense is deadly, especially with DeAndre Swift there. That's what I'm saying. It's it's a flow. But yes, I do agree with you, Smitty, that you can't force feed one player, because now it becomes predictable that way. And
That's
now,
all I'm saying, bro.
No. I'm hitting both points.
Six plays in a row. That's just ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
That's
you can't do that. And I get it. Because I did see that too in the Vikings game. Remember, we went live.
Dallas Goedert was the hot route the first 5 plays. Like, I seen it with my own eyes. Because they was trying to get him the ball. Now, what they should have done, what I think they should have done, is use him as a decoy. Because now mentally they're going to be like, all right, well, they're going to get him the ball, so we got to be on him. Oh, he's the decoy. Oh no, over the top or underneath. Yep. We got the first down. We got the chains moving, because now it's that. Now you don't got Dallas Goedert. Now you can get Dallas Goedert the ball where he needs to be. But I agree with you, Dave. It shouldn't have been consistent like that, because if it is, now it's predictable. Jalen Hurts is looking for one read, and you putting him into the space where he was when we were trying to question, like, if we needed to go another route with quarterback, or if we need to give him another chance. So, now he's going backwards, not forward. Whereas though you got to open up the playbook for him. You have to.
All right, so for the AJ Brown thing, it's like, bro, we cried for a dominant wide receiver. And now that the dude is like, I mean, he a little frustrated, he not getting the football. Okay, that come if you play football, bro, and you play like a position, like a skill position, and you felt like you was that dude, everybody had these moments. I play running back. I argue with my quarterback all the time, bro. Like, yo, come on, bro, just dump it all to me. Like, I'm gonna make a play for you, bro. Just give me the football. Like, it just sucked that it was like on the sideline, in game stuff like that. But they had these conversations in the locker room, on the phone, all this stuff, bro. Like, we cry for Philadelphia Eagles cry for everything, and then when we get it, now it's, we gotta trade this dude. We gotta do that because he's not a team. That don't mean he's not a team player. Dude had 1,500 yards and over 10 touchdowns last year, bro. He want the football. Yep. Why wouldn't he want the football? Why wouldn't he want the football? Just like Devontae Smith want the football. Devontae Smith went off in that Vikings game. He was open. He had a dude that it was a bad matchup, and he was cooking him. I mean, AJ Brown, he gonna run his little slants. They sitting on that. Ain't no way Jalen Hurts can get this dude the football right now if y'all just running this little simple slant route, because they sitting on everything. The linebackers is literally dropping back 10 yards and they're coming up and making the tackle. Bro,
put that up, man. Take that off.
3 times deep with Devontae Smith, and they all just look like cake. If this dude open, I'm feeding him. Just like if Goddard open, just like if AJ Brown open, Quez, any of them open, I'm feeding them. Devontae Smith beating the dude all night, I'm gonna keep giving him the football. Why not? Like, bro.
No, I understand that part too, though. Now that part I do. That's the part I do love about us too. Like when Devontae Smith or AJ on, hey Jalen, like, hey, look, that's my guy tonight, and until he fucked up, I'm not going nowhere else.
I'm feeding, bro.
But see, where I'm at with it, y'all, is that I feel like the defenses has been studying us because I think we're the targets, and since we're the targets, I feel like that they know that. Okay, if AJ Brown was going off, just like the Steelers game, for instance, just to throw it out there on the top of my head, they was going to him. And the Titans game, you already know they was going to go his way. But that's what I'm saying, that they figured that out. Oh, Devontae Smith, even though he balled out last week, they already know, or Devontae Smith going off, they're going to go to him. So now they can double him and all that. My thing is, why not know that and not force feed it until it mess up? Just like, oh, they on Devontae. I already know. Look, the safeties and everything is shifting that way towards the side. Let's go over here. Let's go under. Let's do this. Let's do that. Keep the chain rolling because we could just keep going. We could just keep going. But, I feel like that the offensive coordinator and Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts get so complacent at times. It's frustrating. And I know we're talented enough to, win these games. But at the same time, like, yo, you want to be like, yo, we did Philadelphia Eagles, bro. Like,
Hey, DV, one problem
we gotta get.
It's beating Jalen Hurts' head. He's a Nick Saban quarterback. Doing it over and over again is Nick Saban's thing. Like if Nick Saban killing you with one person, you might not see another person touch the ball for 3 or 4 quarters in a row. That's just something that's beating his head. He was there for 3 years, bro. That's the type of football they play. And I watched a little bit of tape of his dad. I couldn't find a lot of his high school tape. Look like he do the same thing. So since a yay high, he been, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you can see it in him, bro. As soon as one of them get hot, you'll see him look him off. He turn right to AJ. Who?
And plus, you got 2 number 1 receivers, bro. It's like if he not hot, somebody gonna get hot. Somebody gonna get hot, bro. And even them testing the Vikings on that deep pass, the first joint of Devontae Smith, that's the trigger button right there. That's like, oh, all right, oh yeah, he gonna be on tonight. We're gonna feed him tonight. And AJ
because he actually made that catch. Devontae actually made that catch, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, because Hurts with a little shirt, but he went back and got that joint. I mean, that's a number 1 wide receiver, bro. Even when the ball bad, you got to make a play on it. Like, but when he
I seen him in a few games,
even on the second one, and then on the second one, they was bold enough to really single coverage this dude after he just cooked y'all down the field. Why would he not go to him? All he had to do was an inside out move and then just ran up the field, touchdown. Like, bro, we got too much. And once they start putting it together, like last year, Devontae started off slow last year. He had the 2 bad games, and then that Washington game, he murdered them, and it was murder she wrote after that. So it's like, bro, it happens. It's like early in the season, people are game planning for AJ Brown because AJ Brown is a problem. He's been a problem since he came in the league. They are game planning for him, and I feel like they're game planning more for him than they are Devontae, and Devontae reaping the benefits right now. But once they start shifting that coverage over to Devontae, AJ gonna go off. And once they start shifting the coverage over to both of them, Goddard gonna go off. Bro, we got too much. We had too much, and it's not gonna be beautiful at the beginning, but all we worrying about is the ending, for real, for real.
Hey, I know we Philly fans, right? But just a real quick, do y'all remember it was a Monday night game? Like it was Pittsburgh versus Washington, and they kept putting 26 on Antonio Brown, and every time he would do it, Ben would go like this. He changed the play and go up top. That's what I feel like Jalen be doing, bro. He find a dude he don't like, he like, oh, he can't cover him. Hey.
Well, that's anybody in the league that does that, man. Any quarterback does that, man. Change up the play. Like, look, I see a mismatch that I like. I favor that. This is where we're going with the ball, and I like that decision. If it works, it works. If it don't, make sure you back the ball down. Make sure you back the ball down so it's not an interception, right? But I say that to say this. I really believe that, I agree. I agree that, if somebody's, hot, and they got it going, you want to keep, trying to get them the ball. This is what the Vikings do with Justin Jefferson, But I am also a fan of what a team like the 49ers do and getting, everybody involved, Ayuk, getting Debo involved, getting, everybody's involved, even though they can't go with the deep pass. They can't do that because Brock Purdy is not one of those type of guys. We've seen that. That's why I said that's one of the weaknesses, by the way. But at the same time, I think that we got the guys that we can spread the ball around and everybody eats. Everybody eats, man. Pay their food, man. That was a good movie.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk Avonte Maddox because we got some news on him. It says Avonte Maddox will have surgery this week to repair his torn pec. It's like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, y'all. So he will be out indefinitely and potentially for the rest of the season. Smitty, you talked about this already, but go ahead and talk about it again.
I just hope Mario Goodrich or Eli Ricks or Kelly Ringo or whoever we put in that slot can hold the spot down, because we had this problem last year. I mean, we had the same problem and we figured it out. So this time we don't got Josiah Scott to mess it up. Hopefully one of these young guys can perform a little bit better than him, which is something I asked for. So as an Eagle fan, I got to stand on that I didn't want Josiah Scott in that spot, but I'll take whoever they put there right now and see what he got. And if he don't work, we got a few options. So I'm optimistic. But I think it's time to kind of I don't know, man. He young, but it feels like he keep pulling the rug from under himself, man. Every season with the injuries, like he got all the ability on the field, like he got everything you need as a slot corner. Like when he's on the field, he top 5 as a slot corner. But then it's like, how long is he on the field for? Sometimes it's not enough. Like to be figuring out in week 3 what you're going to do at a nickel spot that you've been pretty much solidified in the whole offseason. You played 2 games, and for you to go down with a major injury again, like the toe injury last year seemed to be like taking you out. You went out twice with that. And now you know what I'm saying? It's just, I think we got enough options at the safety, at the corner spot to kind of cover. And if you need to, you got Sidney Brown in there also. I forgot about him. He can play corner. He can play nickel. We're going to find out, man. We're going to see what our young guys made of. And last year we complained about the young guys not getting PT, so you get to see them now.
Kane?
So I think, like, Nick Sirianni was on record today basically saying that, in training camp, they did have James Bradbury, who should be back from concussion protocol in a slot. I don't know if they're going to try that at first. But we do got some young guys that can, actually, and this would be the game to do it, honestly. Try to put them out there to see how they go with Bradbury and Slay. Like Smitty said, Sidney Brown, you got him, you got Kelly Ringo, you got
Eli Rick, Mario Goodrich.
Yeah, you got all these other young guys, and then also you got who's that? Job.
Yeah, Joshua.
You got Job in the picture as well. So you got all these guys that you could put in the slot, just to test out. I like the aggression of Eli Ricks. I do like that. But right now, you can't have that because it could be drawing penalties. They're real tight, on Eagles play calling right now.
It don't look like they call it penalties though, because all these penalties I've been seeing on these highlights, they hooking. They done let what now they done got enough cussing out for Bradbury. They just let it go, huh, DV?
They definitely letting them play.
They should have let it go in the Super Bowl, goddamn.
No, they wasn't going. They wasn't going to let that. They wasn't going to let that happen, man. Come on. But anyway, let's not even go there because that could be all night.
I'm just,
but I know, but at the same time, like I think that Avonte Maddox, man, it's just unfortunate, man. It's not like the guy came out and said, "Look, I'm going to get injured this game." It's just unfortunate that this guy's very injury prone, and yes, it's frustrating because I'm like, it's not helping the squad, it's not helping the team. The best ability is availability, and he's not there. It was times last season that CJ Gardner-Johnson had to be in the slot. Even though we got him to be the safety. But I really believe that, Avonte Maddox could bounce back. If we go deep into the playoffs, he could be back. Who knows? But as far as right now, man, I don't see it looking good. And I really believe that, Avonte Maddox, he'll be missed. But I think we got enough to cover it up.
Right?
Yeah, Monte Maddox the one that forced that fumble early on in the game. But he came up and made the tackle, stripped the ball out. So, I mean, he a great player when he's on the field, but he rarely on the field, man. It's like a broken record at this point. It's like, man, get hurt early in the season, even if it's like a serious one or a little minor one. We got to make up for you not being there. You come back, you play good. When you're on the field, he plays great. I love Avonte Maddox, but it's like, bro, maybe your body not made for this. I mean, you're a small dude. What are you like, 5'9", like a buck,
Yeah.
590? So right? It's like, bro, like, I mean, sometimes it's like, y'all remember Bob Sanders? He was like ultra aggressive. Dude was a hitter, all that. His body just couldn't hold up, man.
Eric Berry.
Yeah, Eric Berry, body couldn't hold, bro. It happens. We got us a gym. It's just that we can't see him for a whole 17 games. It's like, I mean, maybe you got to change your playing style a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but Avonte Maddox only played one season for us. He played the whole season. That was his rookie year. And it was like, after that, it was just injury after injury after injury after injury. He's a great player. I mean, he's a great player. He's a great NFL nickel corner. I mean, I think he's one of the best when he's on the field, but he's not on the field. So, I mean, right now, in our situation right now, we're going to have to do a couple things to kind of combat that. And it's going to be bringing the safety down, putting a slot in there, a nickel in there. Had Goodrich chase it because Goodrich got speed on him too. He's a strong dude. I feel like he could hold up for the most part. I mean, I ain't gonna say he could play a whole football game for us, but he could hold up for the most part. I mean, I don't like Ricks in the nickel. I mean, I feel like he's more of an outside corner. Job an outside corner. I don't want to see Bradbury there either because he's physical, but he's not quick. So that's not going to be a good matchup. Only unless we had like a tight end or something in there, and I feel like he could run with them. But them other little short, shiftier, fast dudes, I don't got Bradbury staying with them dudes. So, I mean, I don't feel like Bradbury in the slot is a good idea either. I don't want Slay in there because usually the number one corner is on the outside. Like this week, it's going to be Mike Evans, and Slay going to have to match up with him. But they might put Bradbury on him because he's a bigger dude, stuff like that. But, I mean, them two dudes, they are outside corners. I don't want to see them in the slot or in that nickel position unless they put a scheme out there where Mike Evans is in the nickel. Now you got to go in there. You got to cover this dude because you got Goodrich. Goodrich probably like 5'10". You got stuff like that. Or you could even throw that Job. You could throw Job in there because Job, he a bigger dude. He's like a 6'2", or 6'1" type dude. And he probably could hold up a little bit because Mike Evans not quick. He just physical. And he got speed. But he not quick. So I can see that happening where they line him up in the slot and Job will go in there and kind of like try his best to cover him. But other than that, it's like, bro, I don't feel like it's a big problem until it become a big problem. I feel like we'll be okay. We'll be okay with Avonte, man. We didn't survive a lot of times without this dude. I feel like we'll be okay. They got a game plan to put together that'll be okay. But I mean, as far as Maddox going forward with the Philadelphia Eagles, it's like, damn, bro. I love you to death, but at the end of the day, you hurting the team every time you get injured, bro. You hurting the team. So I mean, we're gonna have to make a decision at the end of the season about Maddox.
Yep. And this is a copy before we.
I think if I'm not mistaken, and Trey or DV, y'all can straighten me. Eric Berry came back after that cancer and blew out his Achilles in the first game, right? Okay. I thought I no disrespect to Eric. I know he had the cancer, but I knew he came back. I wasn't for sure. I thought he blew out his Achilles.
First game. I think it was like week 5 or something like that.
I thought
it was early. It was early in the season.
Early though. I ain't know when, but I know it was early.
Yeah, it was like week 4, week 5. He played a couple games before he blew it out.
That's crazy, bro.
Eric Berry was a dog though, bro.
To beat cancer and then come back and play your last season blowing out your Achilles, bro. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bob Sanders was a monster, bro. His body wasn't at the level that his play was. It was like, bro, he'd go up, he'd be bombing people and all that, but it'd be like, damn, bro, you killing yourself for real. The playing style, he had a Dawkins type playing style with a Avonte Maddox type
body. What up, Seth?
Can y'all hear me?
Morning, we can hear you.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Good seeing you at the game, Seth.
Right, it was good seeing you.
Yes, sir. So go ahead. What you talked about the Hurst and Brown, so go ahead and talk about it, Seth.
I was saying I'm not worried about that. I actually appreciate that because that's showing that AJ knows that this offense isn't looking like what the offense is supposed to look like. And he only want to make the offense better. And I feel like we all know the relationship that Jalen and AJ has. And even if they weren't best friends, I still appreciate it showing that AJ has passion because that means he cares. Like we winning and he still want to be involved. We 2-0, he still want to be involved. He got paid, he already extended, but he still want to put in that work. So I actually like that he still got that fire in him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what about the Vontae Maddox injury?
Man, Avonte Maddox always injured. So what's new? Is that new?
That ain't no, you right. So let's go ahead. We'll start with Sis because me and Sis was there. We tailgated with everybody. Salute to her. Salute to the hubby. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Minnesota Vikings 34-28. Go ahead, Sis. You was there along with myself. It was a good time at the tailgate. It was a great time at the game. Go ahead and talk about it, Sis. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, that game was lit. You already know we was lit, Cool Cat.
Yes, we was.
That Light Up the Link show was like, that was fire. That was fire.
Yes, it was.
Again, with the game, first of all, DeAndre Swift was on my fantasy team. I don't even know which one of y'all I'm playing this week, but I murked y'all because of DeAndre Swift. So shout out to him. But it was good seeing DeAndre Swift obviously get going because he wasn't getting the touches week 1. And I also appreciate the defense stepping up. Like we were down 4 starters when Avonte Maddox went out, and the defense was still fighting. Like you would have thought that we would have gave up a 60 piece with all the injuries that we have on defense. The run, the dogs up front, the run stopping, the dogs up front, and special teams making plays, special teams getting turnovers. Like defense is hungry, and I like that.
Yep. King?
The game started out slow for us, but I'm happy that, Brian Johnson actually came through and started to hand the ball off to DeAndre Swift. Our defense and our special teams got turnovers. That's great. But I would like to, try to put it all together this week, if not next, the following week. Overall, man, it was a decent game, man. The Vikings scored in some garbage time. Addison got loose because we had, Josh Jobe over there. But overall, man, it was a decent game. It was a decent game, well put together, man. Kirk Cousins went off. And I didn't like that. Also, I thought we was gonna see a second coming to the first time we played them, and Darius Slade did to the best receiver, quote unquote, in the league, and I think that we held our own, especially because we didn't. I swear, we did not play our best. But yeah, DeAndre Swift did still have 175 yards. Smitty did have over 100 yards and a touchdown. We still did some good things, but we gotta put this thing together. That's all we gotta do is put this thing together. Once it's all together, I swear it's gonna be to the point where we're gonna be looking at it like we're peaking at the right moment. And yes, we 2-0. And I always ask the question, like, will we still have this type of energy if we were 0-2? It could have easily swayed the other way. But at the end of the day,
I was saying that last week, right? But did you watch Patriots Dolphins? The Patriots was close to beating the Dolphins. Like the Patriots really wasn't no slouch.
The offense did the same thing again, Mon. They let them down. The offense ain't nothing, but that defense
but
biting,
that defense was holding up.
Hey, Tyreek Hill had under 50 yards.
Christian, what's his name? Gonzalez with the pick. Like, and it's hard for me to judge week 2 because again, we had hella injuries. We had hella injuries. Like, so you saying Kirk
You're
Cousins?
Right about that.
You saying Kirk Cousins went off? Duh, because all the dudes we had out. We had Mario Goodrich and Josh Jobe in the game. It's a blessing we made it out.
It shouldn't
Mario
have been,
Goodrich?
whole lot of
I understand that.
miscommunication and stuff like that. It happens with young players.
I mean, it does, especially if you ain't got that much playing time. If you ain't got that much playing time, it does happen. I do understand that, but it shouldn't have. You know, we should have been able to tighten that up quickly, but we didn't. So I feel like, Kirk Cousins was going to, play well anyway, because it was all this talk about him not being able to play in prime time. And I think this was going to be the game that he was going to play well. So, shout out to him, because he on one of my fantasy teams. So, it helped me out. But I just didn't understand why, Justin Jefferson was not shadowed most of the game. Not all the game, but most of the game. I don't understand that.
That's a lot of work, though, bro. Trying to, especially all the places they line these dudes up. You can't just play man to man the whole time, because now you leaving everybody else susceptible to getting beat.
Not the whole time, but just mix it up.
How he played it. He went off, but he didn't score a touchdown. He just went off. He just gained yards. That's cool. Yeah. I'll take that all day. He never 300 yards. He really didn't affect us on the scoreboard. He was just running around catching passes. That's okay. And he really gave us that pill back at the end of the half. That was a blessing for real, because that could have easily been a walk-in touchdown. So, right. I mean, I feel like we held up with Justin Jefferson for the most part. He cooked everybody, bro. It ain't like he just beat the Philadelphia Eagles. He cooked everybody he played against. Dude is an elite receiver. He's one of the top receivers in the NFL. So
and that's what I
feel like we held up the most. We held up the most part for him, man. And even if they had Slay shadowing him the whole game, it wasn't no guarantee you weren't going to cook him too. He was on a mission that game.
Slay did pretty good on him, right? I thought I seen some stuff, but Slay did pretty good on him.
He did well.
He did. He did. I don't know. I just look for the same. No, I thought it should have been like the same type of result, but I forgot. We got different coordinators, and we still got to do that adjustment. It's good that we are 2-0. So now that we know what we need to fix to keep this thing going. So that's where I'm riding at now. Not too much on trying to compare it to last season. It's more so that we got to keep this thing going. And
then you got to look at it. We played Monday night. So our last game was Thursday. So we got so much time to get these young boys acclimated to the defense.
It's 10 days?
Yeah, we got 10 days. Yeah. Like they I'm pretty sure they study in their playbook. They got them out there at practice. But we gonna be straight. And even for, like you said, Kirk Cousins had a good game, but they didn't win. So it's okay.
No, they did.
Now that's behind us now. Now the young boys, they got some game experience. Goodrich, whoever they're gonna put right there, they was in the game. They saw what was happening. Now, Ike Reese said it perfect. Ike Reese said his first game ever when he had to come in. I forgot who got hurt. He said he wasn't worried about no plays. He wasn't worried about nothing. He was just happy to be on the field. Yeah. Now you got them jitters out the way. Now you coming on something like, all right, now I gotta bust this playbook down. I gotta get right, because I don't want to be the one hurting my football team. So right. I mean, I feel like they're gonna be straight now. They didn't got the jitters out the way. They didn't got flushed into like all of the pressure and all that stuff. Now they gonna be straight. Now they just playing football. These good dudes, if you watch Goodrich from Clemson, Eli Ricks from Alabama, they from high profile colleges. So they've been in big games and stuff like that already. Them dudes not scared at all. It's just them learning what's going on. Even with the pass off, you seen with Joe, when you're supposed to follow the dude across the field. Next week he's gonna know that now. Now I know. I didn't already got burnt now. I know that now. I'm supposed to follow this dude across the field on that play. So it's like, bro, I feel like we're gonna be straight, bro. I'm glad we had to throw them dudes into there, because now we done seen Bradbury go out already. Slay a little older. Some of these dudes gonna have to play in this season. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with them getting their ass kicked at the beginning. Last week. I'm fine with y'all. Now y'all can learn from that shit, game experience, and now we good.
Yep. Go ahead, Smitty.
Well, I was trying to look at this Darius. I was trying to find that Darius Slade tweet. I just really wanted to know what the stats was when they was lined up. It looked like he did pretty well. I mean, I watched the game with DV. It was interesting, man. But I think we gotta somehow get some pressure on these receivers that really ain't all that good, man. We gotta I mean, I know we got young guys, so now I don't think they'll trust it. But when we had the squad in, I think we need to get in people's chest to give our pass rush a chance to heat up, man. Just a small amount. Just get it. I mean, they got to heat up. It's a little hard to heat up. You know what I'm saying? When you 7 yards off the ball every play, it's a little hard to get a rush when dudes getting the ball out in 2 seconds. Like, you got to give them time to get to the quarterback. Like, I seen Cole earlier ask that stupid question. Like, I mean, obviously he's not getting them. When the last 2 quarterbacks we played got 2.5 on release. They turn in their head and it don't matter, bro. I mean, his dude ain't doing that much either.
All right.
What I'm saying is, we can't even focus on that dude now, man.
But it's a problem he really pointed out, bro. I mean, it's not like it ain't definite. Hassan Reddick ain't able to get there because receivers got all day on the outside. Like, they literally can do what they want to before they even see a cornerback. Like, I seen Darius Slate covering Justin Jefferson, and he's supposed to be in trail technique, and he 10 yards off the ball. Like, how do I expect Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, any of those dudes to get sacks if the receiver literally getting free release inside, getting the ball 2 seconds?
But
there's no time to react.
But you also don't want to put your young guys in them kind of situations either. So I kind of understand it. It's like, you want to put them in a position where they can rally up and make.
I said that, Trey. I said I understand why we didn't do it towards that game, but that first game though, like, they didn't even have a deep threat, and we wasn't bumping them.
Hey, Brett, you right.
New England, we didn't even touch them either. Like, we had all three healthy.
Well, so real, we was getting smoked over the middle with New England. So it's like, what you gonna press your linebackers? You can't press your linebackers. It's like, we can't stop nobody over the middle. It is what it is. Now, you can bring your corners up and do all that, but on some real, these coaches know. They know Hassan Reddick had 17 sacks last season. They're not gonna give this dude a chance to go off. They're not gonna give him a chance. If you watch Mac Jones, all his passes was 2 to 3 seconds, bro. 2 to 3 seconds. He turned and throwing it. Ain't no way no pass rush could get there at that point. There's no way. So that's just the effect of us being great last year. People had all offseason to study us, bro. Oh, we're gonna do it. When you ever seen in these first 2 games, when you ever see you take a 7-step drop? No. Everything is 3 to 5 steps and rarely 5. Everything 3 steps. Hey, quick, getting out the hand, play action, throw it. Oh, get in your playmaker's hand. Bro, we can't let this pass rush go off. So it's like, I mean, that's just the effect of us being great last season.
I mean, but you got to reroute at that point, though. You got to reroute. I don't even see no rerouting receivers. Like, we ain't even close enough to do none of that. Like, how can you even protect the middle if you 10 yards off? And 9 times out of 10, like, looking at it, I think you're going back further. So I'm just going to play the middle. There's nobody there.
Right.
I need you to at least reroute. If the middle of the field is the problem, right? We need to reroute people to the outside of the field. We got some protection at. So we could get a pass rush, we only need a small amount of times because there's a few times I've seen them touching, but he getting it out as they touching. Like, it's a little bit, I just want a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he figuring it out though. Because it seemed like a little bit he trying to figure it out. He bringing a little pressure.
Yeah,
like, that's the type of stuff you got to do, man. You got to take away that deficit.
That all come with time, though. Like, you trusting your secondary, trusting your linebackers. You got to actually trust these dudes to call, like, all right. For example, the 0-1 Ravens. Everybody on that defense was trusted, so I could call anything. I really could I don't even got to look at the playbook for real. It's like, bro, we're going to send 5. We know Ray going to be there. If we blitzing Ray, we know everybody else going to be there. We know Ed Reed back there. So it's like, bro, it's a trusting thing. You can't trust these dudes if they ain't been on the field that long. You can't trust them. You got to play safe coverages. You got to do stuff like that. You got to hope your 4 get there. You got to do stuff like that, bro. Y'all want to be giving up big plays I'll take the dink and dunk. I'll take that. Y'all want to give up big plays every play? It's like you got to pick your poison for at this point.
No, you just got to it's moderations to everything, Trey.
No, you're right.
I ain't saying like, oh, every play we need to come out press man. Like, nah, but switch it up. Like, we play like 90% zone, bro. That's craziness. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that because people are just gonna eat the middle of the field, and then we're gonna come up against a quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen, and they just gonna dink and dunk. Now we got killed for 500 yards. I don't want to keep seeing mediocre quarterbacks with 350 yards. Kirk Cousins.
All right, so what you want to see, Smitty? How you think this defense should be ranked?
I think we should. I think in the past game, I want us in that 15, 20, 15-ish range, 15-ish area. And run game, I want us top 5.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
But I feel like we can't really judge week 2 because of all the injuries we had. Like,
I said that though, Simone. That was the first thing I said. I understand why we didn't do it this game, but I didn't see us do it in the first game either, though. I didn't even see us do it against people that didn't have a deep threat. They let them do the same thing.
They said Breed and Bradbury are supposed to be back Monday, so we'll be able to judge then.
Yep. So let's go ahead and break down the numbers for everybody. Let's start off with Jalen Hurts. His numbers, y'all can see it because he had 18 for 23 for 193 yards, 8.4 average, a touchdown, a pick, sacked 4 times, and a rating of 98.0. King DV, your reaction to Jalen Hurts and give a grade for him.
I don't think that he had a bad game. I think everybody's comparing it to him having those 300 yards. Like, people forget last season he had games like this, but he also had like 100 yards rushing, and this is why he was an MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? His rating was a 98. The only thing I did not like is that forced interception. I did not like that at all. Besides that, I think that the offensive line could have did a better job protecting him. Overall, man, I give his, if I had to rate it, from A to F, I give it a B.
Yep. Smitty?
I got one problem. I said I didn't want to see it. It's the double-digit rushes. And I seen a lot of them was bad hits, bro. Like, I don't want to see him taking 12 carries, bro. Like, it was because we couldn't find the run game. That's really the problem. He was trying to figure out if Jalen Hurts could be the run game. When he figured out they were playing that 3-man rush, 8-man back, he said, okay, I'm gonna give it to the running backs, which was early. I mean, y'all was at the game. I mean, Cool Cat, early in the game. If I'm tripping, y'all tell me. Like, it seemed like the running game was already found and he went away from it.
Facts. I agree.
It looked like Swift had a good 5 carries in the first couple of drives, and then it was
like at least 35 carries that game, bro. For real.
Then Boston Scott came in. He did pretty good. I didn't like the Rashad Penny in the game. I just didn't. It didn't jump off the page to me.
He looks slow, like he don't got his legs under him right now.
It seemed like he was slow. It seemed like he didn't know where to go. Like, the hole was there, and I seen him miss it too.
I think it just come with reps. I think it just come with reps.
He hasn't been with the first team. He hasn't been with the first team.
Wait. Do y'all think that it was because of the short week? Do you think he had time to prep? Because he missed the game on Sunday, and then he had to come back Thursday, try to squeeze everything in. Do you think that it was just a short week preparation?
It could have just been the reps. Like, bro, the more reps you get, the better you understand the offense, the better you get in the offense. Because it could have just been the reps. Because I seen Penny play the last 3 years. He I ain't gonna say he dynamic, but dude could move some shit. So right. I mean, I feel like the more reps, I feel like on some real, I feel like Gainwell got to convert back to that third down type back and stuff like that, bro. We can't use him as our lead back. We do have one game, 14 carries. Now he got a rib injury, bro. He's not a big, durable football player. Swift bigger than him. Rashad bigger than him. He probably got to go back to that role when Miles was here.
That too, Gene. That Rashad Penny hold really made me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smitty, real quick. What grade would you give Jalen Hurts?
First, I'm gonna split it, right? First half, I'm gonna give him like a B minus. Second half, I'm gonna give him an A minus.
Yep. Go ahead, Trey. Jalen Hurts.
All right, so when it hurts, man, I feel like right now he's still like learning the offense, and it's like there's a lot of indecisiveness. So I can't really blame the offensive line because it was plays he got pressured on. All right, that happens during the football game, but it also was plays when he had like 45 seconds and he just wasn't working through his progression well. Then he tried to run late and he got sacked. Like for instance, we had a chance to score another touchdown. We got in the red zone. Jalen Hurts took 2 horrible sacks, bro. You cannot do that.
Back to the 50, right?
Yeah. It pushed us all the way back to the 50. Both was like 10-yard losses. He's sitting back there, looking, and then he decided to run late. Like, bro, it's kind of like he looked like Hurts, but he don't look like Hurts. He's starting to convert back to rookie Hurts, where he getting flushed out the pocket, he moving to his right, nothing there. Stuff like it's starting to kind of look like rookie Hurts. I feel like if he just calmed down a little bit, he just go through his progressions, and that's not all his fault. That's Brian Johnson, that's his quarterback coach, bro. Like y'all got to get this dude back to where he playing MVP type football. We don't want him regressing. We need him progressing. We trying to win a Super Bowl. So it's like, I mean, I can't blame everything on the offensive line. Jalen Hurts made some bad decisions to this game, so I'm gonna give him a B minus because I felt like
Yep, Moan.
I'm gonna go with a B minus. Like Rock said, it wasn't just the offensive line. It'll be so many times where it'll be like, just throw the ball away, throw the ball away. He's sitting, waiting to run. Like I feel like Jalen last year, like if he was gonna run, he was gonna run. Always dancing, moving. If he was gonna take off, he'll be just standing still, taking off late, like not even looking like he's trying to take off. Look like he's just like ready to take the hit. Like he don't even look like sometimes he's trying to take off downfield. It's like he just crouching over, like taking a hit. Like if throw the ball out if you know the hit coming. Like the indecisiveness is just killing me at times. And I think that's why AJ Brown's so pissed. You know, like you over there, what you thinking about, bruh? Like we downfield trying to make plays. Like it's just frustrating. Week 1, it was hella pressure. Week 1, like I feel like it was a little bit more on the O-line week 1, but I feel like this week it was just like him holding on to that ball like we saw Carson doing, holding on to that ball for so long.
Sure.
Yep. So let's go to the playmakers. DeAndre Swift.
Hold on, Cool Cat.
What's up?
For Philadelphia Eagles fans, listen, we're not talking bad about Jalen Hurts, okay?
Talk to him, Troy.
We are not talking bad. We're not hating on him. We're not doing nothing, bro. We reflecting on the football game that we seen. That's all we doing. Next week it probably be different. We'll be talking good about Hurts, but this week we're gonna dig in his ass like we do everybody else. Just like y'all week 1, we killed the offensive line and they played horrible. Jalen Hurts didn't play horrible, but I feel like he could have played better this game. We're not talking about him as a player. We talking about the performance that we just saw.
Go ahead, Mom.
That's why I'm glad like AJ Brown was getting into him, because that just shows it's not just us that's seeing it. You know what I mean? So I'm glad like the team as a whole, and I'm glad Jalen is, you know, somebody who can take accountability and recognize, you know, when he's not his best. Because I mean, he took it like a man from AJ, because he would be saying the same thing to anybody else that was off their game. So I'm just glad that they're keeping each other accountable early on, like in the season. Like they clocking him, like this ain't you, bro. Like step that up.
I honestly rather him take a little bit of the chances, but I'm kind of glad in what he's doing though. I see the progression. Like he not forcing it because he don't understand the coverage. I think I seen where they were talking about it on one of the little statistics. This the first time he's seen this type of coverage. Nobody else was doing that 3 and 8 bull crap, and it's really kind of, if y'all look at it, they only playing one linebacker and they bringing out 7 DBs.
Mm-hmm. That's what they did to
like he just not trusting his eyes because he ain't seen it before.
I don't even feel like it's that, bro. It's just it's kind of too much right now. It's like I mean, last year, if AJ wasn't open, Devontae was open. If Devontae wasn't open, Goddard was open. They kind of taking away that option right now. So you got to go to other dudes. You got Zacchaeus. You got dudes like that. You got Swift out the backfield, bro. If they gonna give you that, you got to take it. You
Isn't Quez hurt too?
He hurt, but like Quez wasn't really no big factor for us last year anyway. I mean, so it's like, bro, you got to take what the defense give you. If they gonna keep giving you them 5-yard dump, take it. Eventually they gonna come up because you done drove the whole goddamn field on them. You done drove the whole goddamn field on them with all dump balls. They dropping, bro. I seen the Vikings. They was dropping their linebackers back 10 yards, bro.
Yeah.
And you still staring down the field. There's nobody open. There's nobody open, bro. Either you gonna run or you gonna dump the ball off. There's nobody open. Why you think we start running the ball so good? Because they dropping their linebackers 10 yards back down the field and rushing 3 pass rushers.
Right.
They couldn't adjust. They came into the game with that game plan. They couldn't adjust. I don't care how good y'all say the Brian Flores did, bro. He did a horrible job because for us to give Swift 28 carries and you get 175 yards, bro, you didn't have no adjustment to that game plan even at halftime. So your whole game plan was to come in and stop Jalen Hurts. That was your whole game plan. Y'all seen it on the read options. They had 3 dudes waiting for him at all times. I don't even know why you kept running that. That's on our offensive coordinator. I don't know why you gonna keep running that, bro. If they leave, they bringing a line, they dropping their linebackers back, but when they think the read option coming, they bringing 3 extra dudes up to stop this dude, bro.
Hey Trey, on Brian Flores' part, I think he was in one of those situations. Like, I hope you don't find out our run defense sucks.
For real,
I hope
bro.
you just keep trying to pass it. Don't find out we ain't got no front man. Because I think they had 2D tackles. They lost, and then one of the guys that they did have remaining, he was out.
Right.
I think he was just like, please don't find out we got this run game and you're gonna kill us. And then when they found it out, you could just see his face. He was just like,
it was turkey. He didn't have no answer. He didn't have no answer to that. And I'm glad I'm glad Brian Johnson stuck to it. I'm glad he stuck to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm glad he stuck to Swift, like kept feeding him.
I'm glad he stuck to it, bro, because like it wasn't no passing lanes. When you just rushing 3, it's no passing lanes, bro, at all. Unless
how many more teams you think gonna try us like this?
They gonna try it. They're gonna try it, but it's gonna be hard for them to try it because they seen what we did last week. Running the football how we was running it, it's gonna be hard for them to try that. That right there gonna open the whole passing game up. I promise you. It's gonna open the whole passing game up. Because they know, but we've been like that for the last 3 years, but they didn't think we had no back that was gonna be just up the middle like that.
I just want them to mix it up. And, you see right there, Jalen Hurts had 12 carries. Like, I want them to give some of that to either a Boston Scott or a Rashad Penny. Swift was eating, so he got the bulk of the carries. But, you don't want to put Jalen Hurts in harm's way, man. I know how I felt when we did not have Jalen Hurts those 2 games, bro. So I don't want him to be in harm's way to the point where he's taking that many carries. Yes, don't go away from your bread and butter of last year, RPO, but you don't want to make it predictable even to the point where Jalen Hurts is taking 12 carries for 35 yards, not even getting 3 yards or just getting 3 yards to carry. I want him to be able to
12 times when he having a horrible rushing game, bro. It's like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't see the point of that, though. That's bad coaching right there. That's just gonna get your quarterback hurt.
Exactly.
So let's get to the playmakers that y'all see. The running backs, DeAndre Swift, 28 carries for 175 yards. Boston Scott had some carries. Jalen Hurts had 12 carries. I don't know why. Now for the wide receivers and the wide receivers and tight end. Devontae Smith, 4 receiving, 131 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Brown had 4 receiving for 29 yards. Dallas Goedert had 6 receiving for 22 yards. So, King DV, your grades for the playmakers.
Hey, hold on real quick. Prayers for Nick Chubb, man. I just seen this man. Whatever just happened to his leg.
Yeah, I just saw it too.
If you got a weak stomach, don't watch it. It looked nasty though, man. Prayers for Nick Chubb.
Don't watch it.
Bro, that happened to him in college though. That happened to him in college when he broke his leg. That's a bad look, bro.
Of course, Devontae Smith, he gets an A+ for me. You know, he basically opened up that passing game for us. AJ Brown, you know, regardless of, you know, him not having that many yards, I think that he played a decent game. I just think that, you know, like I said, it goes hand in hand with the quarterback, wide receiver, and then also the, you know, the thing that happened on the sideline that everybody's talking about. I give AJ Brown like a B- because he did play his routes. It's just that, you know, he wasn't what those guys on that guy on the play. Dallas Goddard, I think that like Smitty said that I think that in the beginning because we didn't see Dallas Goddard catch the ball in week 1, week 2, we tried to like force feed him a little bit in the beginning of the game, and it really didn't like pan out to the way that we thought it was going to pan out, and he got away from it so quickly instead of, you know, using that as a decoy. You know, I think that they should have used it more of a decoy because coordinators is going to look at that, especially if they look at the Philadelphia Eagles being very predictable. DeAndre Swift should have been more involved in the passing game, but I'm happy that, you know, it turned out the way it turned out because he did run the ball well, but I think that he should have had probably like 2 more receptions than 3. But again, the Vikings was already on to that because, you know, yards after catch, especially catching the ball out of the backfield, that was one of our specialties last season. And we did get over on them in that game last season. Rashad Penny, I don't even know why he was in this situation with catching the ball. It's not his specialty. He's more of a up and down north and south guy. That's why I thought that he should have got more carries. But overall, man, in this unit, I think, you know, I'm gonna just give them a smooth C+ all together if I had to give a grade.
Yep. Smitty?
You said you want to know the whole receiving, or are we
No,
doing
not just
player
the
by player?
receivers, the running backs as well, the playmakers.
All right. Well,
Tight end,
Devontae.
wide receivers, running back.
Well, my problem we already talked about was the Dallas Goddard situation. I just felt like we forced it to him early, and then we weren't able to get back to it later in the game. I think, you know, just like what Trey was saying earlier, you know, we got playmakers, man. You have to get them involved. You have to get them, you know, positively moving forward. AJ Brown, he gonna be AJ Brown, man. You know, it's been a couple bad games or whatever. Like in his career as a Philadelphia Eagle, I think it's only been 2 games where he like under 50 yards. Like it happens, bro. But his resiliency, his ability, and you know what? I wanted to ask y'all, did anybody watch the video before they put Jalen Hurts in the video who he actually was talking to about getting the ball?
Yeah,
He wasn't talking to Jalen. He was talking to Bryant.
He was talking to the offensive coordinator. I seen that too.
It felt like he was telling him, hey, call a little bit more plays where, you know, I'm the hot route. I'm the hot guy. You know, where I'm the read. I'm open. I'm always open. Like, give me the opportunity to get the ball. But Devontae looked good, man. I think receiving room altogether, probably like a B, solid B. Devontae Smith for me get an A+ though. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. So AJ Brown gonna be AJ Brown, man. He next look, we go to Tampa on Monday. He might be the one sitting at the top of this chart. Dallas Goddard could be at the top of this chart. I don't understand why Rashad Penny got anything other than 3 carries, but and there's 1 reception for 5 yards. That's not his game, but I don't know. We figured it out, man. Brian Johnson to get it together.
Yeah, he's just trying to work him into the game plan, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, Trey. Playmakers.
All right, so for my playmakers, we going like individual or like we rate
The
them
whole
as a whole?
group. The tight end, wide receiver, and running backs.
All right, we're gonna go whole group. I mean, the whole group, I'm at to give them a C-, but I'm going A for Devontae Smith.
Yep.
And DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
It kind of averaged out to like a C- because nobody else really did anything. So it's like, I mean, y'all got to get the bad grade just because of that. But the way Devontae was working on Monday, bro, it's like, y'all gonna have this dude matched up on a lot of number 2 receivers, and he gonna be roasting these dudes. He gonna be roasting them. And the crazy part is the deep Jones he caught was on 2 different sides of the field. So he was lined up against y'all number 1 and y'all number 2. Like, dude really just that. He really just that. And I appreciate what Swift did, man. He came in the game after getting, one carry and one reception the week before. And he rushed the ball for 175 yards, and he had damn near 30 carries. I don't see that lasting throughout the season, but that's what was called for us to win that football game, and I appreciate him. So I'm gonna give them two dudes an A+, and as a whole, I give us a C-. I feel like we could have been way better as a unit, but I mean that's my rating right there.
And Moan?
As a unit, I'll give it a 79, a high C+. I feel like obviously Swift, Devontae, A+s. I feel like y'all was saying, Dallas Goedert has to be involved throughout the game. Like, it's a three-headed monster. It's a three-headed snake. Dallas Goedert is a part of that. We have to find a way to keep him involved in the game. So that's gonna knock it a little bit. Boston Scott, I mean, he was working. But not getting Dallas involved, not getting AJ involved, it bring it down. I feel like the offense should be way more explosive than it is. I mean, we saw these guys last season. We saw what they did last season, how explosive they were. We saw when Dallas, like the fact that we got Devontae, AJ, and Dallas all together, all healthy, and Swift cooking the way he cooking. Like, the offense should be way more explosive. Like we saw last season when Dallas got hurt, like how much of a rut that put the offense in, not having him there. And those two turnovers, not scoring on those defense down 4 starters, the little crusty special team unit that's injured too, making plays, forcing turnovers, giving us the ball, and the offense not moving, not capitalizing. Like, that's some boo.
Yep. So let's go ahead to the defense side. We got the numbers right here. Josh Sweat with a sack. Jalen Carter with a forced fumble or a solo tackle. Jordan Davis is a beast. Slay and the crew. So we'll start with Moan because you've seen it first in hand. What's your grade for the defense, sis?
Defense, I get a defense B+. Like I said, we had Josh Jobe in the game. Mario Goodrich had to get thrown into the game, adjusting on the fly. Like I said, the defense forcing turnovers, being aggressive. I appreciate that. Obviously, Kirk Cousins was having too much time. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson. Like, he gonna make plays. I know last week we shut Justin Jefferson down. He gonna make plays. TJ Hawkinson, he was cooking too. But at the end of the day, we had hella injuries on that defense, and we still have a new D coordinator, and for him to have to adjust in 4 days or however many days he had to adjust with all the injuries, Terrell Edmonds having to come in, Goodrich, Jobe, all on the field. I feel like the defense a B. I mean, we did force turnovers. They gave the offense more opportunities. I feel like Terrell Edmonds had a few good plays. I wasn't expecting that, so I'll give the defense a B. And I thought Jobe was going to be getting cooked way more than he was. So.
Yep. Try.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna give him a solid B. We did give up a lot of yards through the air, but we also made the stops we were supposed to make when we needed to make them. So it wasn't like we were just out there getting fried. I mean, we knew. Like I said, I feel like our pass rush got to be better, bro. It got to be better because we knew Minnesota was in the passing situation. We did down by 2 touchdowns and the third going into the fourth. So we knew they was in passing situations. That's when our pass rush got to step up, bro. I feel like they didn't do a good job of doing it. I mean, they can't get off blocks. I ain't see too many people getting double teamed, so it wasn't like they was double teaming this person, that person, that. They was blocking us straight up for real for the most part, and we couldn't really beat one-on-ones. We got to be better than that.
So why do you think that is, though? Because that's 2 weeks in a row.
Bro, I think we put right now, and it might get better during the end of the season, but I feel like we put too much faith in our pass rush because we brought in this dude, that dude, that dude. But at the end of the day, Nolan's still a rookie. Jalen Carter's still a rookie. I mean, we seen him beat a couple dudes on plays, but it's like it's not consistent right now. We knew Jordan Davis wasn't a pass rusher. The only really dude we really getting work out of right now is Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat the only one really working. Hassan Reddick a no-show. He like we don't even see this dude for real. It's like he's not even on the field. So I feel like it's kind of the defensive coordinator because he's relying on that 4-man pass rush, and we not beating one-on-one. So it's like, bro, dudes like even Mac Jones kind of had all day to sit back there and throw the football. It's like, I mean, if this continues, once we start getting to these quarterbacks like Tua, Patrick Mahomes, we gonna be getting carved up all season if we don't get that pass rush don't get better, or the defensive coordinator don't put a rotation in there to where we enter third and long and we got actual pass rushers on the field because there's no reason Jordan Davis should be on the field on the third and long, no reason at all.
He been getting the most. Right now he top 5 in the NFL in pass rush win rate.
But he in that pass, but he don't got a sack yet. So
yes, he do. He got 1.5.
Bro, I ain't seen him sack nobody.
It's right there on your paper. If you was right there,
I'm saying my eyes. I didn't see.
I seen it. He literally took the guard and put him on Kirk Cousins, and then went around and got him himself.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, you're right. You're right, but still though, that how consistent that's gonna be though.
I told you I like the Jordan Davis to improve. I told y'all that. That's my defensive improved play.
Like I said, through our first 3 weeks last year, we had like a good 10 sacks, right?
Yeah, we got 9 of them in week 3.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like his pass rush is a little different. I mean, I don't like the way the coach calling it. It's like, I mean, I know he's trying to protect the younger guys, but that's kind of hurting our pass rush too. So it's like, I mean, he gonna have to figure that out. I mean, they sit in the lab and they do stuff like that. He gonna have to figure that out. But our pass rush not getting it done right now, and it's hurting our team.
Yep. Go ahead, Smitty. Defense.
Okay, so I really didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have did better, but we also did as well as you could with people in on the fly, people that wasn't starters being in. Like, Josh Jobe didn't look at week 2 and say, I'm gonna have to be the starter. Mario Goodrich didn't say he was gonna jump in. So with all that being said, I think we did fairly well. I'm gonna go with a B also. But unlike Trey Rock, I think Jordan Davis coming along, man. He looking real nice, man. He looking real nice. I just need him to do a little bit. I need him to double team him a little bit more so I can get Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox on these one-on-ones so I can start getting some sacks because I ain't liking the sack numbers for sure. Especially when Jordan Davis is our leading sack right now.
Yep. King?
I'm on with a B as well. I think that a lot of people were sleeping on Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is really putting in the work. If you see, he got 5 QB hits. You know, it's like he's getting there. But, you know, these teams are trying to figure us out, basically trying to get the ball out before, you know, Rush get there as they should. Just like Mac Jones, you know, he got the ball out before our pass rush could get to him. And I think that was the game plan. And I think that's going to be the game plan in the beginning. And it's going to take for our defensive coordinator and Sean Desai to adjust to that, you know, just to try to get pressure on one side and catch them on the opposite side, you know, to try to get these sacks, get these quarterbacks on their back, period. But overall, man, I just think, you know, it was good that we got some turnovers. I think also that it was good to see that, you know, we were able to kind of mask the shortage that we had in, you know, losing Bradbury, losing Maddox, you know, those type of guys. And, you know, these guys that came in, they got the experience to, you know, play probably the most football that they played in the NFL in the game, you know, throughout their career. So it's just good to see that those guys are really just, you know, getting that experience, and we're probably going to have to lean on them because, you know, we got Avonte Maddox that's going to possibly be out for the whole year. And then, you know, you could possibly have other guys. You know, we didn't even have Reed Blankenship in the back. So I just think that overall, I think that, you know, this defense deserved a beat. Could have been way better. I'm hoping that this week coming, that the pass rush is there, and we see the Eagles of old, whereas though that we're getting at least averaging probably like 4 to 5 sacks a game. So hopefully, we see that we get some turnovers. This is Baker Mayfield, even though he's been playing nice. He's been playing nice for the Bucks, but we got to get to him as well because him and Mike Evans right now, they got some type of rhythm, they got some type of chemistry, and we want to disrupt that as much as possible. So short the size watching some of that tape from the Bears game and everything like that, we should know what to do to come out victorious in this Monday matchup.
Yep. So let's go ahead and talk coaching, grades. So King DV, you up?
Yeah, coaching, man. So crazy because Brian Johnson really dropped this down. I do give him kudos for um adjusting to the running game and just sticking with that. If I had to give a grade, I'll say a B minus. I'll say a B minus altogether. Special teams that they think got a turnover. And it could have been more on the on the Vikings as well. And speaking of the Vikings, man, I do want to bring up that it was some crazy stuff that was going on in that fan base, whereas though they called out Alexander Madison, and I did not like that. So shout out to him for actually pointing that out. But overall, I just think that the coaching should be better this go around. So we have a longer week or a longer period to actually get it right. We know what we didn't like, what we liked, and things like that. And guys are coming back healthy. And overall, I just think that the coaches need to be better. So I do give them what I say is
You
B.
said B minus.
B minus. Yeah.
Yep. Smitty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by the B minus, man. It's more just like, I mean, we look good. I mean, we didn't look bad. Like, we didn't look porous where you like, oh my God, can we win games? But we didn't look how we want us to look. So a B minus, we got room for improvement. I think as we go forward, we're gonna see a lot of progression with this offense, with this defense. Brian Johnson also has to get comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? He just got to get comfortable. People are gonna give you looks as a coordinator that you've never seen, just like they're gonna give Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. And you just gotta trust in the weapons and Jalen Hurts that we can get it done, man. And I think we're gonna be all right. But yeah, B minus.
Right.
I don't know. I'm gonna give him a B minus too, but I'm gonna kind of put an asterisk on it because, all right, for Brian Johnson, this is not college football, bro. You can't just line up in the gun.
All
Like,
right.
you can't just line up in the gun consistently, play after play after play after play, bro. You gotta, even with us running the football how we ran it last year, everything was out of the gun. It's like, bro, like you gotta have some you gotta be some like deception to your offense. It's like everything just right in front of you. It's like it's either a screen, it's either a slant. You won't play that like, bro. It's just it's too easy for defensive coordinators to key in on. It's like there's no deception to this offense. I mean, so that I think that's more the confusion of Jalen Hurts and them right now because it's really no deception. It's like it's literally like a college style offense, bro. You got to throw some pro and college style into it. Like college is getting integrated into the game, but still you gotta have that. You gonna line up under center. You gonna do something under center or something like that, bro. It's just like everything just so easy to read right now. So I mean, hopefully he gonna get better with that later on down the line, and hopefully, I mean, Nick Sirianni, he been around the Steichens and all that, like, bro, he gonna get better with that. But as for right now, I feel like he got a lot of improving to do, and hopefully he gonna have to do it on the fly right now because, I mean, we in season form right now. We in season. So I mean, I'm gonna give him a B minus. And with the defensive coordinator, I just feel like it's more of you gotta like even with you bringing your cornerbacks, then you got to trust your defense. You got to trust your secondary, stuff like that. I know it's beat up, but still, bro, y'all drafted these players, y'all brought these players in. Y'all got to trust. You got to kind of trust in them, and I feel like that'll get our pass rush going a little bit more. And you got to bring more than four. Like we bringing more. We bringing four players in there. Every player is like, bro. even if you gotta throw Nolan on the field and bring him on some up the middle edge, something like that, bro, you gotta make these offensive coordinators sweat a little bit because it don't look like they're sweating at all right now. So, I mean, I'm gonna give them a B minus. I'm gonna put a little asterisk on it because I wanted to give them a C, but we won the 2 games, so it's like ain't really too much I can complain about.
Yep. Moan, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm just leaving the store, but
No,
I
you're
agree.
good.
I feel like since we won the game, I gotta bump it up to a B. I feel like Brian Johnson sticking to that run because we've seen coaches, our own coaches, see the run game working and want to get cute and get clever and do something else. So I do appreciate him sticking to what's working. Defensively, I mean, we got some turnovers, but that pressure, like the pressure pack was our main thing. Like the pressure pack's supposed to be smoking, and the pressure pack not smoking. Like there was like that's just my biggest thing right now on the defense. Like our the two main like pizzazz we had last season was Jalen Hurts and the pressure pack. And neither one of them is smoking right now. So, but we still winning. So I'm like, okay, we got 2 new coordinators. We got some new pieces on defense. You know, it's a lot to adjust to. So hopefully it gets better as we go along. But that we got too many dogs up front to not be eating right now.
Exactly. So let's go on and preview and predict this game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we will be live streaming that game from start to finish. It will be me and Mitch starting it off on at 6:20, previewing it. Then the crew will pop in around the same time. So be on the lookout for that. So we will be live streaming that game, but it'll start at 6. So be on the lookout for that. So Moan, preview the Bucks and make your prediction. Moan? Try?
Yeah, for the Buccaneers, I watched their first 2 games and they're a very opportunistic team. So, I mean, if we gonna give them stuff like turning the football over, special teams, they gonna take it, bro. Baker Mayfield ain't played super great. Last week, I like what he did. He got Mike Evans the ball. That's your best wide receiver. You got him the football, but overall, I don't feel like Baker Mayfield really that. So what they do is they play well on defense. They don't turn the football over, and that's how they win in games right now. So we gotta force them into turning the football over. We gotta score when we got the opportunities because that defense, like they actually legit. It is legit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They got some solid linebackers, solid pass rush. Big Vita Vea is sitting in the middle of that field. It's gonna be hard to just run it down their throat like we did Minnesota. So we're gonna have to score. Pause. But we're gonna have to score when we get in position. We're gonna have to not turn the football over, which I think we did a good job of not turning the football over the past 2 weeks. And we're gonna have to get that pass rush up and running because I mean Baker Mayfield, like any other average quarterback in the league, if you let him sit back there, he's gonna pick you apart. So we gotta make it uncomfortable in that pocket for him. I mean, we gotta make sure our young boys is up to part. What they doing? Goodrich, whoever they gonna have out there, make sure they know the game plan. I mean, they know it well. We got a lot of time to figure that out. And like I said, we gotta play hard. We can't let them get into comfortable situations because they gonna be at home. Their crowd gonna be rocking. I mean, we gotta step on their neck early. I feel like we win this football game. Um, I'll give us 24-17.
Smitty?
Buccaneers, solid defense. I don't know though. That Baker Mayfield got to turn into a pumpkin at some time. What was your prediction, Trey?
24-17 Eagles.
I'm gonna take us 24-14.
King? Muted.
We gotta establish the trenches, man. That's what we gotta do. We got to establish that, man, on both sides of the ball. We got to protect our quarterback, have our quarterback have some time to make it a decision. Also, on the opposite ball, outside of the ball, we got to get to the quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield at the end of the day. We got to make him make some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Also, Jalen Hurts has to be Jalen Hurts. We have to allow him to get into that rhythm. I want to see a more smoother offense. I don't want to see a force-fed offensive, and we're just playing off of our talent. I want it to be to the point where we was playing as a team last year. Also, don't go away from the running game because it's not working. Like Trey said, Trey and Smitty, this Bucks defense is real, man. Like we faced defense like this before. We have to be able to punch them in the mouth and establish the run, and then now we can open up the playbook. I've seen some things in the secondary that I think that we can take advantage of. So yes, I know they're going to try to go to that early. I hopefully that they try to still mix in the run, but overall, we just got to start from inside out. We have to start to establish that offensive line against their defensive line. I think that's what I'm gonna be watching the most. We just gotta have that going for us. And if I had to say a score, I would say 28-17. Eagles win this game.
Yeah. Mom?
This game, I want to see some explosive plays from the offense. Like he said, I don't want to see no force-fed, manufacturing, struggling offense. It's not gonna be easy. They gonna have Big B to plugging up a hole, blocking the way. But at the end of the day, I want to see AJ getting involved. I want to see Dallas Goedert getting involved in the game. I want to see us still committing to the run. Because if you keep pounding, it's going to open up. Vita Vea is going to get tired at some point. And again, that pressure pack has to get smoking. They have Mike Evans at the end of the day. If Baker got all that time in the world, he's going to find a way to get to Mike Evans. We wasn't playing no hot quarterback last week. We wasn't playing no hot quarterback week 1. But we see if we're not getting that pressure, we're going to make them look better than they are.
Yo, George Pick is really a dog, bro.
By the way, what's your pick, Mom?
Oh, my pick's been all wrong because I keep saying the offense going to pop. The offense going to pop. It ain't been popping. So I feel like it's going to be a closer game this week. I know I sound like Trey Rock, but I'm saying.
Be consistent, Mom. Consistency is
No,
the
I'm
key.
saying based off what I've seen.
Remember, she was at the game with me and the rest of
And like
Eagle
I
Fans, so
said,
she's seen it.
the Bucks are gonna be at home. They're 2-0. They thought they was gonna be 0-2. They got Baker Mayfield and thought their season was over. They feeling themselves. Baker is feeling himself. Mike Evans is lit. He probably thought he was gonna get 0 catches with Baker throwing to him. Now they 2-0 and at home, it's gonna be rocking.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the Bucks fans get down. Wasn't we fighting them last time we was there? So I'm
Yeah.
saying this is not gonna be. It's just not gonna be an easy game. I don't feel like unless that pressure pack is smoking. I feel like if we can get to Mike Evans, if we could get to Baker Mayfield, we just have to get home. If we're not getting home, they gonna. So I'm gonna go with I feel like we win this game by 10 points. I think.
Yo, George Pickens is really a dog, bro. I love young boy game. I love his game, bro. He just caught this I don't know how long it was, but he caught this slant, took that thing right to the house on the Browns.
Yep. And I got a 28-17 win myself. Jalen freaking Hurts will go back to Jalen freaking Hurts. The defense will finally get their hands on Baker Mayfield. We will finally give A.J. Brown a touchdown, finally. And we'll do what we always do. So let's get everybody out of here and give our final thoughts. Moan, you start us off, sis.
I want to see my quarterback back. My quarterback of last season, not my quarterback of 2021. Not that Jalen. I want to see MVP Jalen Hurts again. And I'm willing to be patient. You know what I'm saying? New coordinator, whatever. But I'm saying we're not going to go to the Super Bowl without MVP Jalen Hurts. I want to see my pass rush back. We was spoiled last season. All them sacks, we was having fun. I'm saying we need that pass rush back. We need them boys hitting home. Every time I see Hassan, he getting thrown out the way. He getting thrown out the frame. He getting thrown out the shot. He getting thrown out the digital board. Like, he getting thrown out the screen. I'm like, who is this? This not the pass rush I know. We should be hitting home, like, way too much time. Like, why is there so much time consistently? Like, so I just feel like I want to see those two things. That was so true to the team last season. That pass rush was so true to the team. Jalen Hurts was so true to the team. A star. I need to see that again. Because Eagles football is not as fun without Jalen freaking Hurts and without them sacks, baby.
Dang right. Trey?
Yeah, I'm on the same page as Mo, man. That was our strength last year, the pass rush. I mean, we started off a little slow the first 2 games, but hopefully we gonna get it back soon. Cause we got too much talent on that front line for us to, I mean, be getting carved up by quarterbacks sitting in the pocket for 3, 4, 5 seconds. So, hopefully the pass rush get going this week, and it's gonna have to because we're gonna be on the road in a hostile environment. And I mean, I feel like we just got to do a better job of getting our playmakers to football. That's about it, bro. We 2-0. I'm not gonna complain about too much. I mean, because we could easily be 0-2. We could easily be the Cleveland Browns. Or, I mean, not the Cleveland Browns. We could easily be the Cincinnati Bengals or somebody like that. I mean, trying to dig back from an 0-2 hole. But we 2-0. We ahead of the game right now. So, I mean, we just got to play our game. I don't feel like the Buccaneers are a better team than us. I feel like they got a solid defense. They're going to make it hard for our offense. But, I mean, I feel like overall we got more talent than these dudes, and I hope it showed this game. I mean, that's all I really got to say.
Yep. Smitty?
We said at the beginning of the show, man. Just don't hit the panic button yet. You know, give it a little time, man. Everything. Listen, if you go outside right now, you put a seed in a flower pot, you put water on it, you walk in the house and walk back outside, it ain't gonna grow. Got to give it a opportunity, man, to blossom, to plant its roots. We got 2 coordinators that, you know, I felt like in the second half of that game last week, Brian Johnson actually started to figure it out. I think he started calling more of the simple plays, getting those check downs in, man, getting a few things working. You know, just like I don't know if it was Trey or DV earlier said, you know, like a great shooter, you see the shot go in. I think Jalen Hurts, you know, even though it was only 5 incompletions, I think him having just a good drive, you know, the first half of the Tampa Bay game instead of having to wait to the second half to really see it could improve him throughout the game. You know, a lot of the times last year in the second quarter, we were able to take off and kind of coast through the game because everybody was grooving. You know, it seems like we're not catching our groove too late. So right now I'm just looking, you know, for improvement, man. Like I said, 24-14. It's gonna be a good game. I'm still hoping to get my things together so I can be there. But if not, I'll be here with y'all. It's cool. Either way, it worked for me.
Yep. And for me,
hold on. On some real, like we complain about the game that just happened, but we still put up 34 points. So it's like, I mean, like Eagles fans got to kind of pump their brakes a little bit. Everybody go into panic mode every time, and it's been years. It's not just this year. It's been years. I mean, we got to pump our brakes. We put up 34 points, and y'all we still screaming this offense horrible. So imagine when they click. Bro, we're going to be running dudes off the field. So just calm down a little bit. We okay.
Yep. I trust in Trey. I trust in this team. I trust in Jalen freaking Hurts. I just want a dub. I don't care how you do it. Leave out of there with a dub. It don't have to be pretty. Again, because like I said in my video, the Philadelphia Eagles being 2-0 and 3-0 is like going on date. Will it be pretty? No. Will it be sloppy at times? Yes. But a win's a win no matter when you get it, and that's my final thoughts on it. So let's get everybody home on a 2-hour edition of the Birds of Broad Street. We thank y'all for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment.
Appreciate you, Rick. Go
Yep.
on and come on over to the bird side.
Exactly. And with that, fly, Eagles fly. Let's get this dub. Lights out.
Forgot to drop.